Hey, kia ora whanau, you're here with me, the maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K battle report. Welcome whanau to a 50 power level battle between the Tyranids of High Fleet Quintus and Chaos Space Marines of the Crimson Slaugher. And another exciting maoriwargamer battle report, continuing the fate of Atreus game, loosely narrative campaign. The Tyranid swarm assembled for another rematch against the Crimson Slaugher. Simple deathmatch here. Slay the Warlord, first blood, Linebreaker, kill points as well. Nothing fancy, just going to go throw down. Don't have too much diversity with my Tyranid army, so we're just keeping things simple and easy. The Chaos Space Marines are mustering up a small elite force, small elite and mobile. Bikers, Land Raider, Raptors, wading their way through the ruined city to destroy the Tyranid threat that seeks to dismantle the plans that the Chaos forces have set to conquer the planet. So, Xenos versus Chaos, who will win? Place your bets there, whanau. No need to yammer on any further as we prepare for battle going into turn 1. Simple kill points, Dawn of War deployment, all that good stuff, ready to throw down for your entertainment. Nice quick battle reports by a humble New Zealand wargamer. We'll go into turn 1 there, whanau, but before we do, we'll take a closer look at the armies that we'll be playing with today. We have a Vanguard detachment of Crimson Slaugher, led by a Terminator Lord with a power axe and a combi melter. A 5-man Chaos Terminator squad with combi bolters. Leader here has a power maul. A Hellbrute with a Hellbrute fist. I think there's a gun under that hand that's in the air, and a multi-melter. 3-man biker squad with combi bolters. 5-man raptor squad with bolt pistol chainsword, leader with lightning claws. And a mighty Chaos Land Raider. We have 2 twin las cannons on the sides, heavy bolter on the top. We have a battalion detachment of Tyranids led by a winged hive tyrant with 2 flesh devourers with brain leech worms, and a brood lord with monstrous rending claws. A 10-man gargoyle squad with flesh borers and binding venom. A 3-man Tyranid warrior squad with 2 devourers, and then a leader with a bone sword whip, and I think that's a heavy venom cannon or a miasma cannon. A 3-man hive guard squad with impaler cannons. A 10-man termagant squad with flesh borers. And a 20-man squad of Gene Stealers with rending claws. Alright, fine, it's the end of movement phase, turn 1 for the Tyranids. All these boys just advance forward, crossing the field. I'm going to rely on the weight of numbers to give too many targets for the enemy to shoot at, so they're going to have to ignore some and get punished for it afterwards. So I'm going to go into psychic phase and then the shooting phase, wrap up turn for the Tyranids. Alright, so Hive Tyrant smited out 2 of the Raptors. These 3 Hive Guard going to fire their Impaler cannons into the Hellbrute there. 6 shots, haven't moved, so we're hitting on 3s. Oh, 5 out of 6. And toughness 7 to strength 8 on the Impaler cannon, so looking for 3s. Oh, that is every single wound. So 5 wounds, and that is a -2. So it'll be 5 up save. Alright, so 5 up saves. Made none of them. 5d3 wounds going through. 3, 3, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2 equals 4. 3, 3, 6, 10. Dead. and he's gone. I think he's got a crazed thing actually. Check his roll.
Yeah.
Alright, finally, so the Hellbrute's been destroyed, 8 wounds, suffered 10. Then they've got the crazed result. At the end of any phase in which this model suffers any unsaved wounds, roll a d6, makes a shooting attack. However, that's at the end of the phase. So at the end of the phase, this thing is off the table. So I do believe that that rule doesn't apply because it's destroyed. It only applies if it's wounded and still alive. You agree with that?
Yep.
Alright, well, we normally roll off in these types of disputes. We'll get your guys' feedback. But yeah, reading that rule, it doesn't make sense for him to be wiped off and then shoot. It makes sense if he's still alive to shoot. But yeah, that's it. Quick, peaceful resolutions there. That guy's blown to bits, off the table. Alright, fine. So, successfully destroyed the Hellbrute. Gonna use 2 command points for the single-minded annihilation. Stratagem, the hive mind invests its warrior forms with but a single imperative kill. So we're gonna shoot again. Who we're gonna shoot into? Alright, so shout out to that dude who gave me the tips for Tyranids. He also recommended add these to a 6 unit of Hive Guard to make that stratagem even more effective. Yeah, I'm tossing that one up or getting a Trigon, so if you've got any feedback on a Trigon or not, let me know. But yeah, we've landed 4 hits into the bikers on the far end there, and we're going to wound them on 3s. 3 wounds minus 2 AP, so 3 5-ups. 1 5-up made, 2 wounds taken, D3 damages. 1 did 2, 1 did 1. Alright, fine. So end of turn 1 for the Tyranids, High Fleet Quintus, as we battle for the fate of Atreus. Surprisingly devastating damage done for this turn when you consider only 1 unit shot. Guess it is a bit of a stitch up with the, only got 3 units on the field. Could have had an opportunity to do some real damage there. But over to my opponent's turn now. The Crimson Slaugher will rally for a counter attack against the Swarm. Can we withstand their forces? We'll find out. Crimson Slaugher, turn 1. Alright, so end of the movement phase for the Crimson Slaugher, turn 1 there, whanau. Bikers roaring forward. Raptors moving forward. Surviving one's going to tear up in close combat. And the mighty Land Raider rolling through the streets of the city, preparing to open fire. So we'll go into the shooting phase now for the Crimson Slaugher. Alright, so end of a largely ineffective shooting phase for the Crimson Slaugher. That's not being biased, it's just stating facts. Managed to kill about 5 of the birdies here, the little gargoyles. Land Raider did take out 2 Hive Guards, surprisingly, and wiped out 5 of the Terminator as well. But I mean, not a lot really done. They've only got 3 units on the field, so they better hope the Terminators get onto the field next turn. Otherwise, it could be a turn 2 tabling. Although Land Raider's got a bit in it, and I think it's got it invulnerable. But yeah, that's the shooting phase done. We'll go into, they're going to make some charges. End of the turn for the Crimson Slaugher. Wiped out a few more birds there, but not enough to clear the unit. And yeah, quick look at the battlefield. We have 2 bikers, 3 raptors, 1 Land Raider against a Hive Tyrant, 20 Gene Stealers, Brood Lord, 1 Hive Guard, 5 Termagants, 3 Tyranid Warriors. So I don't want to... what's going on to focus? So I don't want to spoiler alert, but after last week's Tyranid victory, the Crimson Slaugher really need a win, and that looks unlikely. if these guys carve up, only thing that could withstand would be the Land Raider. So, if you're a fan of Chaos, you make prayers to all 4 Chaos gods. Hope that they'll see them through until the Terminators arrive, and then they should be able to carve into the masses here. We'll go into Tyranids turn 2 and see what happens. We're not going to go easy on them. End of movement phase for the Tyranids. Turn 2 there, whanau, and another classic maoriwargamer battle report. Fate of Atreus campaign. Broodlord running into close. These dudes, actually, let's fly them out so we can shoot in. That Land Raider is going to get can opened. Genestealers can open, yeah, they can open the Forge Fiend last game. So we're going to have the same thing again. Dudes up here, swarm there, hive guard here. So we'll go into the psychic phase, get off some easy smite wounds, and shooting after that. Alright, so Charger's about to go down there, whanau. My opponent has not had a good day of rolling. Could be the bears affecting his abilities, I don't know. He's pretty lightweight, but we don't hold that against anyone. Yeah, what a terrible morning of rollings he's had. And inversely, what an excellent rolls I've been having. Rolling pure 6s. It's a great day to be alive. And that's the fun. The fun of Warhammer 40K, isn't it? You know, you can plan the best army list ever and have bad rolls, or you can have the shittiest army and make magical perfect saves. It's one part of, you know, the randomness. I know maybe some people don't like it. But I like it some days. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Moving on. Alright, whanau, so Broodlord chopped up and dealt the death to the last 2 Raptors and the Biker. Moving into 17 Genestealers, chopping into this Land Raider with 11 wounds. Yeah, this game is going to be less than 15 minutes. You know, that's the way of the dice. I'm going to film this entire exchange and watch it be destroyed. 17 Genestealers. Alright, so we got flurry of attacks as well. So that is 4 attacks, 17 Genestealers, 68 attacks, chopping into the Land Raider. We'll see how they do. I really want... Place your bets right now there, whanau. Are we going to get a turn 2 tabling? Are we going to get a turn 2 tabling? We've already got First Blood. But yeah, my opponent's got his 5-man Terminators and the Terminator Lord up in Deep Strike Reserve, ready to teleport down. So this is going to be game. 68 attacks, no way can they stand against that. Plus with the way I've been rolling, easy wins. 8 more attacks to go, 8 wounds left. Can we do it? I bet we can't. 3s to hit. Oh, yuck. Alright, so already he's alive. Now 4 6s. 1 6 made. So he's down to 7 wounds. And finally that will end turn 2 for the Tyranids. With the Land Raiders still in commission. Terminators and Terminator Lord about to drop down next turn. We'll see how they change up the game. Alright, in the movement phase for Crimson Slaugher turn 2, against all odds they made it to turn 2. Although this dude Land Raider is on 7 wounds and locked in combat, so withdrawing from combat's only going to cripple him. The boys have dropped down from the teleportarium, ready to unleash a volley of shots into the Warlord. Get a quick point there. But yeah, things are looking grim for the Crimson Slaugher. And I wanted them to win too. You know, normally I'm not favourable towards any side. I'm impartial. But you know, these are my boys. After my Dark Angels, this is my army. So My heart is breaking as I'm slowly breaking them. We'll go into the shooting phase. Alright, finally, so end of Crimson Slaughter, turn 2. This guy did nothing. 6 Terminators dropped down and dealt 1 wound. 1 wound. I repeat, once again, 1 wound to the Hive Tyrant. Great work. Let's get this game done and dusted, move on to bigger and better things. I gave Crimson Slaughter every chance. They're not taking those chances, so let's destroy them. Turn 3, Tyranids. Another 68 attacks at the end of the turn, brought the Mighty Land Raider down to 3. As we entered Tyranids turn 3, Broodlord moving forward into joining this combat, well, about to join the combat. Dudes up here moving up, and the Hive Tyrant moving up there. You can see my lovely oven in the background. We'll go into Psychic phase though. Let's smite this thing to death. Broodlord smiting up. 12. 6, that's enough. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, does 2. Down to 1. Oh. Smiting from that guy. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't go off. Gonna unleash a Psychic Scream. Does not go off. Oh, they are being protected now. But not for much longer. We'll go into the shooting phase. Alright, end of the shooting phase. We're getting into tedious territory there. No AP, shooting into cover save Terminators. Doesn't make for a good experience. Managed to save every single wound we put in. At least we'll destroy this thing in combat. Damn, this guy could die. Give them a point. But overall, we're winning. Count it up. 1, 2, 3. 3 victory points already for kill points. Plus first blood equals 4 kill victory points to myself. As we go into Crimson Slaughter turn. Oh, let's finish this thing off first. And so we destroyed the Land Raider. However, it did explode. So rolling for wounds against my guys.
D6.
D6?
Yep, D6 mortal wounds.
Alright, so for the Termagants. All dead. What?
A point!
Alright, for the Gene Stealers. 1.
Command point reroll.
Yeah, still a 1. For the birds.
6. Yes.
Wiped out. For the Broodlord. Not a 6. 1. Yeah. Still got 5 wounds. Alright, so that was a pretty deadly explosion from the Land Raider. Managed to get 2 kill points for them. So 2 to my 3 plus 1, so 4 to 2. 4 kill points to the Tyranids, 2 to the Crimson Slaughter.
Ooh.
And this old mate is right on here for a combat punch in with Terminators with Power Fists. That's going to be interesting. Alright, so I'm still up 1. Alright, we'll calculate later. We'll go into Crimson Slaughter turn 3. Stay with us, whanau. Alright, so Crimson Slaughter turn 3. Game has been changed up a bit with those 2 quick deaths against Termagants and the Gargoyles, giving my opponent 2 victory points to my 4. He started recalculating his victory, so he's got the Warlord here. That's to slay the Warlord if he can kill it, as well as a victory point, bringing him up to 4. And then if he holds that position well, he could potentially win. So, yeah, wasn't expecting that to happen. Wasn't expecting that Land Raider to blow up. then he would have been screwed. But it balanced out the game pretty quickly. He's not even going to bother moving. He's just going to shoot into this dude. Alright, so an ineffective shooting phase for the Terminators works in the Tyranids' favour, my favour, High Fleet Quintus, as the battle for Atreus? I don't know. Too many beers in there, whanau. I don't know what I call it. Anyway, move this guy down here as well after my opponent accidentally knocked him off. Took a tumble all the way down there, but he still survived to tell the tale with no damage done at all. Opponent's going to charge into him though, so he's going to overwatch, and then we'll see what all like 20 combi bolter shots with no AP did nothing, but we'll see what power fist attacks will do. 4 devastating power fist attacks from these guys in close combat, 4 psychic barrier and vulnerable saves on a 4-up. Oh, failed 3 of them. What's the damage?
D3.
He's got 12 wounds. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 6. So he's got 12. He's got 6 wounds left.
Wasn't he on 11?
No.
I think he was on 11.
Maybe he was. Yeah, I think he was actually.
Yeah.
He's got 5 wounds left, and Terminator Lord still to attack. Alright, so the Hive Tyrant escapes the combat, still on 4 wounds, enough for him to flutter his wings and get the hell out of there. Only effective weapon they have would be the autocannon. Combi bolters, no AP, so not a worry. We're going to move into Tyranids turn 4, and we are still 2 victory points to Crimson Slaugher, 4 to the Tyranids. We're going to start backing out. Alright, so stay with us. Alright, so Tyranids turn 4, end of movement phase. All the boys starting to move out. We've got our 2 victory points ahead of the enemy, and we're going to start rocking out, moving across. So the Tyranids moving this way, followed led by the Warlord. Actually, they need to head upwards to get Linebreaker in case this dude doesn't make it. So that's what we're looking like. We're going to go into the psychic phase and then shooting phase. Alright, final end of the Tyranids for turn 4. These dudes advance this way. Old mate Hive Tyrant, or Hive Guard, killed another Terminator with a successful shot. And the Gene Stealer's flocking towards Linebreaker status, heading towards the back corner of the battlefield. Along with this mate. So that is done. We'll go into the Crimson Slaugher turn 4, see if they can catch us or do anything with no AP shots. We'll find out. Crimson Slaugher turn 4. Alright, final end of the turn. Crimson Slaugher turn 4. Chaos Lord, 3 Terminators left. Trying to scramble some sort of victory as the battle for Atreus continues. This dude ignored all shots, obscured by this big chimney thing. We'll go into the final turn 5, and get the game done and dusted. 4 points to the Tyranids, 2 points to the Terminator, Crimson Slaugher. Let's wrap up the game. Alright, so end of the turn for the Tyranids, turn 5. They have moved well out of any range of the Terminators. Or for now, Linebreaker all but guaranteed, and I think we're going to call the game. Call the game there. Call the game there. Man, I wanted a Crimson Slaugher win. I always like to keep things balanced, you know, perfectly balanced as all things should be. To quote Thanos. Yeah, didn't quite turn out. I think, yeah. Started off on the off foot by putting the Terminators up in the sky, and then a quick defeat of the Hellbrew. yeah, so Tyranids victory turn 2, 2 games to 2 out of 2 games victory to them. So yeah, that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Another victory to the Tyranids, victory to the Xenos. Unfortunately, Chaos taken well off guard there with the arrival of the Tyranids to the planet. No one expecting them to come in. The Crimson Slaugher prepared to fight against the Dark Angels, the Space Wolves, the Necrons, the Tau. Not expecting an invasion of Genestealers to Tyranids, to usurp their position. So unfortunate for them of their swift arrival, but does make things spicy on the planet of Atreus. The Crimson Slaugher weakened. The Tyranids have a strengthened position on the planet. So we'll see how that affects things future as we go through this loose narrative campaign there, whanau. Very loose. I'll loose in inverted commas there. I haven't done too much to build it up as I did with my last narrative campaign, Battle for Ithaca. So yeah, I might try and tie things in. Been pretty busy, been pretty, getting the videos out has been the goal rather than making narrative stories. So we might start tying back into that. In fact, I don't even know what armies we'll be playing next week. Haven't thought that far ahead. But we'll figure it out. You just tune in next week, Wednesday, as you normally do. Warhammer Wednesdays on your Wednesday midday afternoons. So tune in for that, for some excitement, some regular gaming action from a humble maoriwargamer. Just, me in New Zealand there, small town in New Zealand, not a lot of Warhammer action going on. I learned from the books, from videos online. So I always appreciate all the, especially recent comments coming through for the Tau, for the Tyranids. I don't know what I'm doing really, but I was putting up videos on YouTube and seeing what happens, making some video magic out of that content there. So whanau, cheers to you. Hold up. Quickly surveying the table. A great time has been had by myself, by you as well. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. If you have, make sure you give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, tune in next week. We'll find out what we're playing with, I don't know. Going to go buy something from Games Workshop this week though, that can be assured. So thank you for watching once again. Make sure to leave any comments, any feedback, any thoughts, anything you'd like to see on the channel. We'll try to appease those requests. I am your humble host, the maoriwargamer. Thank you for watching, and once again, ka kite. Anō.